John F. Kennedy, often called JFK, was one of the most charismatic and influential presidents in American history. Born on May 29, 1917, into the wealthy and politically powerful Kennedy family, he was raised with a deep sense of public service. His father, Joseph Kennedy Sr., had big ambitions for his sons, pushing them toward leadership roles in politics. During World War II, Kennedy served in the U.S. Navy, commanding a patrol torpedo boat, PT 109. In 1943, his boat was struck by a Japanese destroyer, leaving him and his crew stranded in the Pacific. Despite serious injuries, JFK swam for hours to get his men to safety, showing the courage and leadership that would later define his political career. He was awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for his heroism. After the war, Kennedy entered politics. In 1947, he became a U.S. Congressman from Massachusetts and later served in the Senate. His intelligence, charm, and strong stance against communism quickly made him a rising star in the Democratic Party. By 1960, JFK ran for president against Richard Nixon in one of the closest elections in U.S. history. His famous televised debates against Nixon showcased his youthful energy and confidence, helping him secure victory. At just 43 years old, Kennedy became the youngest elected president in American history and the first Catholic to hold the office. JFK's time in office from 1961 to 1963 was filled with both triumphs and crises. The space race, determined to beat the Soviet Union in space exploration, Kennedy set the ambitious goal of landing a man on the moon before the end of the decade. His vision became reality when Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969. The Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1962, the world came dangerously close to nuclear war when the Soviet Union placed nuclear missiles in Cuba. JFK's leadership and negotiation skills helped avoid catastrophe, leading to a peaceful resolution with the Soviet Union. The Civil Rights Movement. Though slow to act at first, Kennedy eventually became a strong supporter of civil rights, calling for an end to segregation and proposing what would later become the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Peace Corps. JFK believed in global service, creating the Peace Corps to send American volunteers abroad to help developing nations. It remains one of his most lasting contributions. On November 22, 1963, while riding in a motorcade in Dallas, Texas, Kennedy was shot and killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. His assassination was shocking and left the world mourning. Many theories and controversies still surround his death, fueling endless debate about what really happened. Even though his presidency lasted less than 3 years, JFK left a lasting impact. His famous words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," continue to inspire people today. His vision for space exploration, civil rights, and global diplomacy shaped the future of the U.S. John F. Kennedy's story is one of ambition, service, and tragedy, but more than anything, his hope for a better world is what truly keeps his legacy alive.